Coming up this Friday, the Luther College baseball team will host their annual VsCancer Game, and here to talk about that effort is head coach Bryan Nikkel. And Coach, I know this is something that you guys have been involved with for quite some time. How'd you eventually become involved with VsCancer, and tell us about the organization itself?
Yeah, originally, Darren, we got involved with VsCancer. A former assistant here of mine at Luther, Nick Soldano, was affected by cancer when he was at a young age and wanted to get involved with that. So he found the VsCancer Foundation, which is solely towards pediatric cancer. And actually, a lot of people don't know, but very, very few of the funds raised for cancer research goes towards pediatric cancer. So this is specifically for the kids. We got involved with them, and it's really spurred into something our guys look forward to. We shave our heads at the end of the game, and just kind of as a showing of faith to all those kids who are in the battle.
And tell us about your connection with a young man by the name of Lewis through this effort and the symbiotic relationship your guys have with him and he has with your baseball team.
Yeah, it's I think it's maybe been 4 years since or 3 years, maybe 4 years since we've had Lewis around with us. So Lewis is a relative of our admin here at Kari Cook, so her cousin's son, Lewis Lechtenberg. He's had 2 bouts with cancer, and he's 2-0 versus cancer. So Lewis is a rock star. And it's been pretty special to see the perspective it's given our kids to see, our everyday lives aren't too bad, man. We have some great opportunities in front of us to be college athletes, to get up every day and to get to go to weightlifting, to get to go to practice, not have to go to practice and have to go to weightlifting. I think that's been a great perspective for us. But even just yesterday, Lewis's mom dropped him off at practice, and he came and hung out for about an hour and a half, and took some batting practice and threw some pitches to some of the guys. And I think that's been really special, where he feels comfortable around all the guys. And man, he wants to FaceTime with the guys after they graduate and see what they're up to. And it's been a really special relationship.
And continuing with Lewis Lechtenberg, the relationship he has with your pitcher, Nick Defoe, has become a pretty special one between those two. Explain that one in the connection between those two.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, Darren. It's pretty special, and I think it's really fun because nothing's been forced. It's just happened organically. And I always tell people I'm very, very fortunate to coach a lot of really great human beings here at Luther College. We've got great kids with great families. And all of our guys, obviously Nick and Lewis have formed a really special bond, but I think Lewis has a great bond with all of our guys, and he would run and jump in any one of their arms, and they would grab him and take him over the bullpen. So he makes his rounds around the field as he did yesterday and says hi to all the guys, but it's been really special to see that. And for those guys to, maybe they had a rough game, but Lewis is in the dugout and he don't care. He just wants to come say hi and get knuckles from one of his buddies. And that's been really special.
How can folks get involved with your effort?
Yeah, they can check out our Facebook page, our Instagram, our Twitter. We've posted some links there if they want to get on and donate. Also, you can just go to the VsCancer website. Go ahead and give it a search. It's a great organization. We've been really, really pleased with just their involvement with the kids. It's a special organization, and it's been near and dear to our hearts. So we'd love for anybody to get involved that wants to.
How much money have you been able to raise for pediatric cancer over the years since you've been connected to this organization?
So we've been, I think, north of $25,000 over the 4 or 5 years we've been doing it. We usually hit right around 4,000 every year. So that's been pretty special to see. And we're even looking to expand that into some different ideas some of our guys have, as far as, actually once hospitals start letting people back in to visit some of the kids. That's something our guys really want to do, is go buy some toys and hand out some gas cards to some of those folks. So we're really looking forward to even getting more hands-on with this mission of VsCancer.
As for shaving the guys' heads, do you have one assigned barber for the team, or do you got multiple guys with the clippers? How does that work?
We usually have multiple clippers out there. There's not too long of a line to shave my head, as I'm already missing quite a bit of hair. But it's, last year Lewis wanted the guys to do mohawks, so we did mohawks for Lewis last year. We'll see this year. He's been talking about potential of mullets. Oh. So I'm not sure what all the guys think of that, but Lewis will usually try to buzz a few guys, and we'll just kind of take turns shaving each other's heads at home plate after the game, and get together for a picture. But we also really, it's a fun thing to do, but we really try to talk about, hey, why are we doing this? what's the meaning behind it, and I think that's what makes it so special. Is our kids, I think, seeing Lewis and being around and really get to see that meaning and that why.
And Friday afternoon's game against Simpson, I believe at 3:00 start on Friday afternoon, and that is the versus Cancer game. Like if folks come out to the ballpark on Friday, can they make their donations there?
Yeah, 100%. They can make their donations there. They can just come find us down in the field or anywhere. But Lewis will be throwing out the first pitch, as you said, 3 p.m. versus Simpson, right here at Luther College.
Well, and I know part of the fun is you're off to a pretty good start in American Rivers Conference play as well. Your team doing some nice things here early on. What's made on the field this a successful group to this point?
Yeah, thanks, Darren. We've been able to open up conference play very well, and I think that's a credit to playing an aggressive non-conference schedule. A lot of bus trips, a lot of travel early, but we were very well battle tested coming into conference play. We've really just started to come together a little bit and figure out how to swing the bats a little bit better and put some more balls in play. Our starting pitching is very strong for us. We feel really good about our weekend rotation, and we've got some strong arms in the back end of our bullpen as well. So I'm excited to get in the heat of it here. We got some weather going on today and tomorrow, but we'll see. Hopefully the weather breaks. We can get into a little bit of a consistent schedule and see where it takes us.
Weather in the upper Midwest trying to play baseball, always an adventure, right?
That's right. That's right. But that's what makes it fun to me. It's you never know what's going to happen. You just got to be ready to go all the time, and hopefully we can respond well to that.
Getting back to the versus cancer effort, anything we're missing, anything else you want to pass on to the public as long as you got the form?
No, just we'd love to have you out there to come, hear Lewis's story and see him and see the impact that our kids are making. And I know a term we hear a lot is quote unquote kids these days. I don't agree with that statement. We got a lot of great kids. I always say they play to the standard we hold them to, and we hold our kids to a really high standard, and they answer the bell on things like this. They have deep compassion and man, they love getting involved in this. And I think it's making a lasting impact on them to try to give back to those who need some help.
All right, head coach Bryan Nikkel talking about the versus cancer effort. Coach, thanks for the time. Thanks for what your guys are doing for kids that are dealing with pediatric cancer, and best of luck to you with this effort. Also, best of luck to you on the field this weekend as well.
Thanks, Darren. Go Norse.
Bryan Nikkel, head coach of the Luther College baseball team. The versus cancer game coming up Friday afternoon against the Simpson Storm at 3:00.